Hi there, this is AJ with Car Inspected, and today we're in Peterborough and we're looking at this 2006 Toyota Tacoma. It's got 220,000 kilometers on it, gold in color with a gold interior, beige interior. For its age and mileage, it's in decent condition. It has had a frame replacement as per a factory warranty issue, and it was done at the dealership, the Toyota dealer that we are at. There's dings, bumps here and there, as you would expect the truck of this mileage. Nothing major. I did paint thickness verification throughout, and I don't see any repainted panels, any signs of major accident or anything like that. Like I said, there are some bumps and bruises. You can see some scuffs on these corners, a little bit of damage here. Generally, there's a bunch of bugs and kind of scuff marks from highway driving. Headlights are a little faded. Nothing too bad though. On this side, a minor damage. Nothing really to complain about. A couple little things here and there. The windshield is cracked throughout. I know I saw the dealership list on things to fix, and this windshield is something that they're going to have to fix. So that should be taken care of before the sale. As we go down this side, we see again more minor bumps and light scratching here and there. Nothing too bad though. Rocker panels are also decent. We'll go over the undercarriage better, but there's a little bit of rust starting in this rocker. The rest of it seems pretty good. There is a dent in this front dog leg of the bed side. You can see that right there. Little side kind of crunch. Nothing too bad, but it is there. And also this fender flare is, looks like a clip is broken. That's kind of sticking out and falling off. Not falling off, but coming undone. It does have a cap on it, an aftermarket cap, which fits decent. It's a hangover a little bit. It's overall decent shape, no major issues, no major rust or anything back here. Bumper does have some rust starting to come through on the chrome. Taillights look good. As you can see, the bumper, some of that bumper rot going on here. Tailgate has a little bit starting underneath as well. You can see here. Here's a stick for you that comes with the car. There is a good sized dent in the tailgate as well. Other than that, though, there's a couple little dents here and there. No major issues. The door to the cap, as you can see here, this is broken. We're going to open this up for you. So you can see that is broken there. It goes like this. And there is a bit of a dent in the tailgate here. It opens okay. There is a bit of a bow to the tailgate, so just from some weight being put on it. Other than that, though, the bed looks pretty good. I don't see any major rot issues or anything like that. It does have a plastic liner put in it, so I do not know what the condition of the metal underneath it is. From underneath the truck, you'll see it looks pretty decent. But from up here, you can't tell. And there is, like I said, there's some rust starting in this tailgate. You'll see some better photos. I kind of stuffed my phone in there to see. And this cap, I had a little issue keeping it closed before. There we go. Come to the passenger side, taillight's good as well. A couple more dings and dents, rub marks. Nothing too bad though, no major dents. Some rubs on this fender flare. Again, really not too bad, just very minor. Little bits of bubbles, rust bubbles starting here and there. And down the doors, everything looks good as well. No signs of major issue. There is a little rub here. It looks like some point, probably a while ago, there was possibly a spray can touch-up going on in this area. And it's probably just from whatever got hit here, just to kind of cover it up. But it does span from about here to about here. Rockers have a little bit of rust in them on this side. Not too bad. Again, couple little spots. I'll show you that in a minute when we get underneath it. But other than that, that's the outside condition. And all the windows are all original Toyota windows, things like that, and I don't see any major issues. Roof looks good as well. No big dents or anything like that. And now we'll go to tires, brakes, and undercarriage. So here we are at the driver's side front, the left front tire. It's a 2014 Wrangler, Goodyear. There's a date on there, and they are matching. There's a decent amount of tread. There's about 8 to 9 30 seconds of tread, and looks fairly even. for these big knobby tires. No issues. Brakes, showing their age, probably from sitting, things like that. There's about 30% left on those pads. I don't think the car's been safetied yet, so it's my opinion that these will probably be changed with the safety, because they are pretty pitted looking. And as you see, the rims are starting to a little corrosion on there. Underneath, suspension top, everything looks good. I see no signs of issue, no major rust or anything like that. Underneath, and this quarter looks pretty decent. And you can see the frame is black. It's not a very new replacement. It does have some rust again. Some minimal stuff though, just surface rust. And you can see suspension components all look pretty similar. No major issues. I do see a bit of a leak in the transfer case, as well as the trans pan. You can see it better from the other side, but I think that's on their work order as well. And underneath looks pretty decent. There is no major rust issues anywhere up here. There is in this rocker. I forgot to show you that. Right here, so there is that. This is the driver's side rocker, so we do have some of those issues. Little bits here and there. Around the front, we have no major leaks or anything like that. Axle boots, everything seems good. No leaks or any issues. Skid plates all look good. And the suspension on this side looks good as well. And again, no rot issues frame-wise or anything of that nature. Everything looks pretty decent. This tire looks decent as well. There's about 8 to 9 seconds. It's also a 2014. There is some dry rot showing. That's just tread there. There was some somewhere. No, maybe not. I mean, very minimal. Nothing to overly worry about. They're pretty decent. 2014s again. Where is it? Right here. 2014s. Brakes, similar condition. I'd say 30% left. A little pitting. Corrosion on the rim. Shocks, springs, all that stuff looks good. Ball joints, I don't see any signs of major issue. And again, here we are down here. Body mounts and stuff look good. I think you can see a little bit better. The trans pan does have that leak. But again, I think that's on the dealership's work order, so that's something you should make sure and check with them. And there is a little bit of rust and stuff going on here. Where we got here, there was another spot on this one. Here we go. There it is. You'll see photos of all this as well. Back here, everything looks pretty good. No real issues. And the back has drum brakes. We have no issues there. 2014 tires with it. These ones are a little more about 8 to 9 seconds. And again, you see there's no major rust issues or anything of that nature. Spare tires under here. Everything looks pretty decent. And that final tire, again, is 8 to 9 seconds. The 2014 with no major issues. A little corrosion here and there. We're jumping the interior. We're in the back here. All looks pretty good. Door panels, seats, actually all look pretty good for their mileage. Not much wear and tear at all. All this fold downs, everything seems to work as it should. I don't see any broken parts. Little marks on the headliner, nothing big. Smells like cleaning agent. So it was detailed with no major issues. Rocker looks good here. There is some rust. This is the driver's side rear door, starting in the bottom of this door as well. Again, you'll see some better photos. We'll go to the passenger side. This trim is also starting to come up a little bit here as well. Door panel looks good again, no issues. A little bit of rust starting down here. And again, interior seats all look pretty good on this side as well. Carpets look nice. No real signs of issue. In the passenger front, Door panel looks nice. Again, minimal wear and tear, especially for the 220,000 kilometers. Looks pretty good. Seats look nice. This passenger seat looks pretty nice. I would say that 99% of the time it was just a driver in this vehicle. All this looks good. Owner's manual is in there. Dash top looks nice. No major issues. And finally, the driver's seat. Minimal signs of wear and tear. Bolster's a little worn, but not much at all. I mean, you can just see because the fabric's a little loose, but not much at all. And carpets, again, are very nice. Dash looks good. Doors look good. Minimal rust starting here, and also some surface rust starting in the top of this rocker here. Dash looks pretty good. Radio works. I'm going to test the AC on the test drive, make sure all that stuff works, but so far things seem to work all right. Console looks good, no issues. And we do have the sunglass thing and all this stuff. It looks good. This, whatever's supposed to go in here isn't there. But all this stuff looks good as well. So we pop the hood. We do have a couple codes going on. I will highlight those in the report. A little bit of noise, pulley noise coming from the engine. Also, we'll highlight that in the report. There will also be a separate video of that engine noise. I believe it's the alternator or the AC compressor. Sounds like it's coming from this side. But other than that, under here looks pretty decent. There is some minimal rust starting in some wheel well areas. Nothing too crazy. It's a minimal leak. Kind of, I mean, I would call it more seepage. Just right here along this. But belts, hoses, things like that all look pretty decent. I don't see any major issues. And again, I don't see any major leaks anywhere else on the engine. This engine cover is cracked, just cosmetic. But it is worth mentioning. Tested your oil, and it looks pretty good. We got a green light on that, so we have no high zinc or coolant issues. The oil fill top is really tight, and I actually cannot get it off. We would need a wrench. Other than that, brake fluid is at 1% humidity, so we have no real issues. Your battery is 12.4 and just over 14. Charging it to over 14, so that's working, that's good, even though there is that noise coming from down there. Coolant looks good to negative 43 and no signs of issues, nice and clean, all looks pretty good. Hood also doesn't have any really rust or anything like that, some surfacey stuff, but no real issues. So there you have it, a bit of a longer video this time, but there was plenty of stuff to highlight on this truck. We're going to take it for test drive now, make sure it drives well, seems safe, and that's that. As usual, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.